We've all watched Johnny prime countless amounts of brass, uh, the RCBS universal hand priming tool. 223, 300 blackout. The list goes on. Seems to have no problem with it. I, on the other hand, major problems with it. And I called RCBS about it, and the guy verified that since they release these, they have problems with small brass like 223. The jaws just don't work well with it. Now, the beauty of this is, you don't need shell holders, and it works with everything basically, right? If only. Excuse me. These jaws, all they're held in by is the spring. And RCBS sent me new jaws, new spring, see if it helped. I haven't owned this all that long. Now here's the trouble. 223, you get it in there, you go to prime it, and the brass goes one way, primer goes another, you're chasing things, and it really sucks. Now, you figure it's 9mm, it's not much difference, right? I can't pull that thing out for nothing. Beautiful. But what do I do most of? 223, 300 blackout right now, which I'm really struggling with. But yeah. So if they would, could get these jaws sorted out, I don't know, maybe a stronger spring or a different angle on the cut or some tighter tolerances somewhere, this would be awesome. Also, send a container for all the small parts. There's plenty of them. Now, like, you change large and small primers. You have to remove this. There's actually a grub screw to go in here to lock it down. Then, you gotta remove this. Would have been nice if that was friction fit or captive or something, because you can't leave it in there because it'll just work its way out or in and lock everything up. Now, since these are threaded here on this end, once you put it in and just start in, it will bind against this. You can't move it back and forth, line up the hole. Maybe if they had threaded it on the other end, it might have been easier. But anyway, pull that out, and if you just let her fly, it will fly apart. All these pieces will come out, which you don't have to have happen. All you have to do is remove this piece, and well, while I got it out, there it's actually a tool that goes down through here and removes this. It's actually the only part that gets changed for the seating stem. When you put this in, you can flip it upside down, and as you can see, this is offset. Things just don't line up. Well, you can see why they put that grub screw in there to lock it down. Oh boy. Not difficult to get together, but it's a ball and socket, so everything has to get lined up. And oh crap, which way is right? Thing is, they mark the size of it on both the top and bottom. They would mark it on just one, it would be a telltale sign of which way you have it in. Yeah. Okay, I think, yeah, it seems that that slot has to go forward thusly. Sometimes it's real pain. Make sure that's all the way in. That goes forward enough. And yeah, come on. Not always easy to get her to go. Why are you so difficult? What did I do to make you mad? There we go. But yeah, the thin part goes forward. There we go. All right, there we go. And it just slipped out of the way. Yes. Should have locked her down, but I didn't. Because, you know, reasons. Create myself more work. All right. Now, if you look, interestingly, they really missed a step on this. They could have made it ambidextrous. Because this plate, this assembly here, covers, you know, this slot, 4 screws. They would have carved a slot for it here, pull those 4 screws, flip it all around, and it would have been for southpaws. They would have, you know, really hit a niche there. What's the other thing? Oh, and this applies to both versions of this. All right, this retaining pin. Well, clear plastics tend to be the most brittle. They put the pin. They put a hole in your shaker tray. Small primers won't fall through it, but they will get in there, and you have to get them out of the way to put this in place, which seems backwards to me. Let's see. That pretty much covers this one, which, like I said, I'm frustrated with because it has trouble with what I use it for most, or wanted to use it for most. So I just got the regular hand priming tool, and I shouldn't have closed that up because there's a comparison to be made, which uses shell holders. It doesn't come with shell holders, but you know, being it uses shell holders, it doesn't have that problem with them, with brass flying out. And there's also less parts, but I don't know if it's more involved to change, but it's differently involved to change out. With this one, there's no grub screw. You hold it down, but it's the same basic thing. Now, thing is, this one you have to take apart because that's how you change your seating stem. That's why there's no grub screw. And then this pops out, which holds your shell holder. It's plastic. But this is 2 pieces, where the other one is just a single piece. But you can't put this in upside down, you know. It's only one way it'd go in. They might have been able to make this ambidextrous, but I'm not sure. But anyway, get that all the way in. The spring on her. If these aren't lined up just right, it doesn't come through all the way. Let's see if this will cooperate. Getting that ball in that socket can be a pain. There we go. But this seems to line up better for getting that screw in, which is interesting. Okay. Another observation I forgot about was this gate. And once you open, let go, it's wide open. And potentially primers can flow out. If they had closed it up just a little bit and made it where you had to move that gate just a little bit for the primers to flow, would have solved that problem. It applies to both. Oh yeah, and here's the comparison. As soon as I picked this up, I knew there was something different about it. The Ergonomics. This one is better for small hands. Easy. This one you gotta stretch out there. Why they changed it or didn't retrofit these, I don't know. You look at that, they handled this on the Universal is beefier. There is some differences. I don't know. Could they be changed, swapped out? I don't know. But if this had the same ergonomics, it would make it much better. If they could make them one or both ambidextrous, they would hit a niche that, I don't know if any of the other ones do. And anything else. Oh, just fix this, it'd be awesome. The Universal is a little more, but once you start buying shell holders, it quickly changes. The gate on these, the Universal has this little slide, which, I have any problems with it, but it's not heavy duty or anything. And the regular one, you twist. And thinking it wouldn't take much, for it to vibrate, open, and start flowing. Little things. But, yeah, since this doesn't like small brass, this is the only answer I really have. Johnny's reviewed some other hand primers, and I think he pretty much concluded this is one of the better ones. I could be mistaken, but the other ones had ergonomic issues more so, I think. I think ergonomically this is great, the Universal one, but huge engineering flaw. And like I don't know if I said it, but the tech I talked to, he said he returned his. He gave it right back. He didn't like it, and went with this one. That really told me something. But anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah. A container would be nice. But yeah, oh well. At least this one works. I've had 0 issues with it, priming 223. So yeah, for me it's the way to go. I don't know how Johnny has such luck with this one, but it sure seemed like he did, unless it was hocus pocus. I don't think he would have stuck with it that long if that were the case. So, yeah, I don't know if I did this, but I think I did. Well, that's the first time I've ever been able to pull a 9mm out of it. Almost not hanging. It takes a lot with a 9mm. Not so much with a 223. All right. Yeah. Maybe that. Anyone considering one of these that gives you a little information to, digest and help make a decision maybe. But I'll leave you that. All right. God bless. See ya. That's what I forgot. Something with this one, for some reason, I have had where primers will flip, rotate. I've had them come out sideways, backwards. I don't know how it happens. But so far, I haven't had that problem with this one. Now, I've used this one a lot less. I just got it. I've used it for, what, about 100, casings or so. But, yeah, that just shouldn't happen. Especially not as often as it did with this. So, I just remembered that. So, throw it in there. All right. Have a good one. God bless. See ya. And immediately, it made a liar out of me. I've only used this one for 223 up until now. I went to do this 9mm, and the very first primer went sideways. So, yeah. I just thought you should know. All right, have a good one. God bless. Also had this happen a few times. For some reason in this tray, they'll flip on their sides sometimes. I don't think it holds, in place as well as it should. Let's see if the other one will fit. But yeah, it blocks it all off, and no primers flow when this happens. Where the other one, they would make it through somehow, and yeah, well, that one did manage to make it through on this, but it was the only one that flipped like this it did. So I don't know what to make of it. All right, well, I'll roll in whatever else happens in this. While I'm doing probably 100 9mm. See if anything else weird happens. All right. Nope. Hopefully not, but yeah, it's kind of, you never know. All right. Possibly in a bit. See ya. Yeah, I noticed this. Well, you can see the difference. This one snaps past and kind of locks in. This one is kind of pressure fit. And this one rotates. So as you rotate it, it works out. Someone needs to be slapped around in the engineering department, or this one at least, snaps. It has a good friction fit. There's a little barb, is that? Yeah, there's like a little barb there. And this one doesn't rotate, so, it has even less chance of working loose. So I'm going to see if this will work in it. Poor engineering. Well, who knows how long this could go on. I might be back. Right, possibly in a bit. All right. Answer to the question I posed earlier. Can you swap parts? Yes, but it's not worth it. The tray, yeah, that seems to have solved some problems. So I'm not having them flip because it doesn't open up like this. Every now and then, though, they'll stop feeding. I'll have to shake it, and it'll work. The problem is, I swapped it all out. And it's like, yeah. But, this bar, this gate, well, one, it's a different length. And there's a reason for that. And herein lies the but. how far back this sits. Give me a second here. Requires the longer gate here, which means you end up with the same ergonomics for the handle, even though you've changed everything out. That is the one part that just throws it all out the window. Other than that, yes. if that had been the same, you know, well, it would have been no sense, because this would have been, you know, like this. So really, this tray is a problem, and, you know, the only thing that can really be swapped and gain something. All right, well, I think I can leave it with that. All right, have a good one. God bless. See ya. All right, so in using the tray that comes with the universal hand primer with the primer that takes shell holders, I've noticed another difference in these trays, and it's right at the end of the feed here. Now, if you look at this one, it comes with the, you know, the regular primer there. This bottom, you know, right here, you can see it's all, you know, flat, same thickness. It's just groovy. Now, where this tape is in this one, there's actually a step down, so this actually thins out a little bit, and it is enough to let primers flip on their sides, and it just wreaks havoc. So, you know, primers aren't flowing, you're wondering what's happened, and chances are that's what's happened. So I cut a little piece of duct tape and, you know, put in there, and it hasn't done it since. So yeah, I like this tray better. Obviously it doesn't fall apart, you know, like this one does so easily. Yeah, why there's a difference, I do not know, but I'm guessing there's a reason. But yeah, oh well, too bad I can't swap all the other parts, but yeah, I'll take what I can get. Alright, figured I'd roll this in here before I upload the video. Alright, have a good one. God bless. See ya.